So did you ever hear of this guy, Jay Shetty, Shetty? He's got a podcast on purpose. Now, Jay is an Englishman, former monk, podcaster, life coach, whatever. Okay. And he's got a pretty big following. He sells some books. And Michelle Obama goes on his podcast for 1 hour and 5 minutes. Now, Michelle Obama has nothing to sell. Doesn't have a book, not hanging around with Oprah, not doing anything. She shows up on Jay's podcast. There has got to be a reason why. Michelle Obama is a tough book. Very difficult to get her. She doesn't do anything on whim. It's all calculated. Okay. So she goes on this podcast and she says this. Go.
What's going to happen in this next election? I am terrified about what could possibly happen because our leaders matter. Who we select, who speaks for us, who holds that bully pulpit. It affects us in ways that sometimes I think people take for granted. You know, the fact that people think that government, does it really even do anything? And I'm like, oh my God, does government do everything for us? And we cannot take this democracy for granted.
Well, number one, I don't believe the government does everything for us. I think the less government, the better, which is why I'm a traditional guy. But why is Michelle Obama talking about politics and democracy? And I might note that Biden went on Jay Shetty's podcast July 31st last year, 2023. So this guy Shetty's got cachet among Democrats, obviously. Well, here's my analysis, and it's not based on facts, because I don't know why Michelle Obama would take 1 hour and 5 minutes out of her day, get all dressed up. You saw her. Okay, so that's a couple hours in makeup, hair, all of that. Why would she do that? I can only assume she wants to send a message. Right? Does that make sense to everybody? And the message would be, hello, here I am. Because I know for a fact that Barack and Michelle Obama don't believe Joe Biden will win or should run. Okay. Now, I said on August 14th, 2023, that you should keep your eye on Mrs. Obama. Roll it. Michelle Obama could put together a coalition of minorities and women and liberal men. Nobody could beat her. Michelle Obama knows that. But at this point in history, I can't get any confirmation that she wants to do it. So let's run it down. She's going to be 60 years old if she decides to run. She'll be 60. She's got two grown young girls who are women now. She's got a good education, Princeton, Harvard Law School. She is a fanatical Democrat. Now, I made one mistake in that analysis, but it's a mistake I made because things have changed. I said nobody could beat her. That's not true now. Biden's performance in office has been so disastrous. Prices for essentials are up 17%, more than 10 million foreign nationals running around, 2 wars, one in the Middle East, one in Ukraine. That would reflect on Michelle Obama. She has supported President Biden. So as the situation gets worse for Biden, and it will get even more damaging in the weeks to come, that's attached to her. However, what I stand by is that she could put together this coalition of minorities and liberal women that would be tough to beat, particularly because Donald Trump is so polarizing. Now, the Democratic Convention is held on August 19th, this summer, of course, in Chicago, where the Obamas have their 4th mansion. And I don't begrudge them that, by the way. So you got a mansion in D.C., a mansion in Martha's Vineyard, a mansion in Hawaii, and a mansion in Chicago. That's pretty good. And a lot of it's because Michelle Obama made so much money selling books. Okay, so Michelle Obama is not going to run. She's not going to campaign. And if Biden resigns, it'll be late spring, early summer. And then there'll be chaos, but the convention, according to our Constitution, the delegates at the convention can pick anybody they want if Biden resigns for health reasons, which I believe he will. And there's Michelle. Gavin Newsom killed himself, by the way. He's not even close to being in contention because he signed a law giving health care to every undocumented person in California. That's it. Once he did that, that was the death warrant for him. So he's out. And my scenario, I'm not predicting it will happen, but boy, if I had a bet, long shot bet, this is a pretty good bet. Finally, okay? The Republican Party has got to know that Michelle is, and this was just yesterday. That's when that podcast happened. They've got to know this is on the horizon. Very interesting in the weeks to come to see if the Republicans start to scrutinize and criticize Michelle and Barack Obama. Keep your eye on that. And that's the memo. Everything is expensive these days, you know that. The government is printing trillions of dollars and consumer prices higher than ever. If the government continues its printing and spending, the dollar could continue its free fall and lose its coveted role as the world reserve currency. Let's hope that doesn't happen. But there are a few things you can do right now. American Hartford Gold can show you how to protect your money, your retirement, your hard-earned savings against inflation by helping you diversify a portion of your portfolio into physical gold and silver. Start with a short phone call, and they can have physical gold and silver delivered right to your door or put inside your 401k or IRA. So please call or text them right now. Tell them Bill O'Reilly sent you. Call 877-444-GOLD, 877-444-GOLD, or text GOLD to 65532. Again, that's 877-444-GOLD, or text GOLD to 65532. Thank you for watching the No Spin News. To watch the full episode anytime on BillO'Reilly.com, please sign up to become a premium or concierge member. Visit BillO'Reilly.com to sign up and start watching today.